Select the major product of the following reaction sequence. So we see that our starting material is an alkene, and we are adding to that alkene hydrobromic acid, HBr. And we see also that we have peroxide in there. So these are the reaction conditions that will allow us to add HBr to your alkene. So it's going to add a hydrogen to one of the carbon atoms of the alkene, a bromine to another carbon atom. The presence of the peroxide in there indicates to us this is undergoing a radical reaction, and it ends up giving us an anti-Markovnikov addition of HBr. So what that means is that the product of that first reaction step is going to be one where we have added a hydrogen to that more substituted carbon atom and a bromine to the less substituted carbon atom. So there is the product of the first step. In the second step, we are adding in sodium methoxide. So the sodium is a counter ion. It's really the methoxide, that base, that's going to be doing this reaction. And so methoxide is a strong base, and depending on the structure of the alkyl halide, it might do a substitution reaction or an elimination reaction. So it's important to note that this alkyl halide is a primary alkyl halide. And so that primary alkyl halide with this strong, small base, so this is a strong but small base, this is going to undergo an SN2 reaction. So that means that this is going to act as a nucleophile, and it's going to attack the electrophilic carbon atom, that's the carbon that has the bromine, and it's going to break that it's going to push the bromine out of the way and break that carbon-bromine bond. So what we're going to be forming as the product is one where we replace the bond to bromine with a bond to this oxygen. And so what we have formed is an ether. And so we can see that this is option A. And this particular way of synthesizing an ether, using an alkoxide and a primary alkyl halide, this is a Williamson ether synthesis. And so we don't test, or at least I don't test students on these names like Williamson ether synthesis, but having these keywords gives you something to search if you want to look in your textbook or if you want to look online for additional examples.